So you want to get into real estate investing and you've been looking at properties, you know that you've been able to find profitable deals, but obviously the main challenge for you might be you just don't have the money to fund the down payment or to buy a fix and flip property. Money is your biggest challenge, right? Well, in this video, I want to share with you some concepts and strategies where you can actually use other people's retirement plans to fund your real estate deal. So I'm going to share with you exactly how this works and what I've been able to do this. We'll get into it right away. So that being said, guys, my name is Sam Kwok, one half the Kwok Brothers, and my brother and I, we've been helping hundreds, if not thousands of aspiring real estate investors to help close their first real estate deal, get over their fear, and get the confidence to do so. So definitely check out some of our other content. Subscribe if you're new. Follow us on Facebook. We have some other free resources to give away, so check those out down below. So this video, we're going to talk about how to fund real estate deals using other people's retirement. Yes, it's legal. It's not illegal. Everything I'm going to share with you, and really every content we share is moral, ethical, and legal, all within the confines of the law. So definitely go ahead and, rest easy. But of course, always consult with lawyers and tax accountants, people who are your professionals. Rely on their expertise. What I'm going to do is just share some educational materials. Cool? So let's get right into it. Now, a little bit of context if you're brand new. My brother and I, back in 2017, many years ago, we were able to acquire over 75 rental units in just 1 year, almost $4 or $5 million worth of real estate. And we've been able to do it actually in our dorm room in a college. We didn't have the money. Our last name's not Trump, right? We don't have a dad who can give us a small loan of $1 million. We don't have any of that. But what we're able to do is leverage our knowledge and training that we've been able to get from other experts. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now. Take some notes, and I'm going to go ahead and put my whiteboard on and show you how this concept works. So using other people's retirement plan. Let me give you a real life example how I was able to do this for an actual a deal that I've done. So back in 2016, 2017, I found this property that I've analyzed it. I ran through multiple analysis, checked the numbers, had my brother take a look at it, and we're like, yes, this is a very profitable deal potential, but we just need the money, right? We didn't have the down payment. We didn't have the money to fund the acquisition costs, none of that. So here's what we did, okay? We learned and discovered that you can use other people's retirement plan through something called self-directed retirement plan. So we knew we could buy this property, and I'll give you just some ballpark figures here, but we knew we could buy this for $100,000 purchase price, but we need a $15,000 down. And obviously we didn't have $15,000. I mean, again, we started out in our college dorm room, so we didn't have massive amount of money, but we knew this is going to be profitable. So what we did is, in this equation, right? Every real estate deal to me is an equation. In this equation, the only issue was the money. So what we did is we put together a nice little presentation as to why we believe this was profitable, right? So it was a nice little packet of information we got together. We had, financials here, projections, estimates, our plans. Okay, was this going to be a fix and flip or a buy and hold rental? We put it pretty much fit together an executive summary of what our goals and plans are going to be. From there, what we've been able to do is we approached someone who we knew that had a retirement plan. And, we approached and said, hey, let's just call him Uncle Joe. Hey, Uncle Joe, I know, lately stock market hasn't been doing well. Bond market hasn't been doing well. Would you be potentially interested in having a conversation if we can show you how to potentially earn double-digit return on your retirement plan? And Uncle Joe was like, okay, yeah, I'd be down to listen. Anything that can get me better return than 5 or 6%, right? And I told, Uncle Joe, listen, this is going to be potentially double-digit return backed by real estate. So there's actually real hard asset that's backing this up, not just some fugazi paper, right? So Uncle Joe was intrigued. He was like, okay, go on, explain, right? Keep unpacking. So this is what I explained to Uncle Joe. I said, Uncle Joe, we found the real estate deal, and this is how it's going to work, okay? We need $15,000 to get into this deal. Here's what we can do. I understand that you have a 401k, okay? And let's just say you have, $200,000 sitting in your 401k, just for illustration purposes, right? Okay, Uncle Joe may have more, right? But let's say you have a $200,000 401k, and what we're going to do is traditionally with an average 401k account, you cannot invest in real estate, right? The only thing that, if you're with some of these big facilitator companies like Edward Jones, Raymond James, right? The only thing you can really do is stocks, right? Bonds, mutual funds, indexed funds, right? These are more traditional type of investments, ETFs, and that's kind of what you're stuck to, right? That's most facilitators. That's really what you're limited to. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually roll this over into a self-directed IRA. Okay, a self-directed IRA is still a qualified retirement plan by the IRS. In fact, you can go check this out with the IRS rules. We're not withdrawing money from it, because withdrawing money from a 401k or an IRA will result in penalties and fees, right? We don't want that. And there's also taxes that go with, early withdrawal, right? But if you roll over into another retirement plan account, in this case, a self-directed IRA, there is no penalties and fees, right? There might be a small fee of transferring like $50, $100, but that's not a whole lot, right? So we're going to roll over funds from one retirement account to another retirement account. That's all we're doing, okay? From there, with a self-directed IRA, yes, we can also, we can invest in mutual funds, bonds, stocks, and ETFs, but with a self-directed IRA, you can also invest in LLCs, private LLCs, private companies, okay, that are not public, where, you find stock in the stock exchanges. Private LLC, you can obviously invest in precious metal, okay? You can also invest in crypto. You can invest in certain collectibles, not all collectibles. And you can invest in, businesses, which is kind of the same thing as private LLCs. And you can invest in real estate, okay? Real estate, or a different version where that be a REIT, real estate investment trust. Okay, so a self-directed IRA gives you more, right? Whereas a traditional 401k or an IRA, the menu is limited, right? You go to McDonald's or Burger King, you get a certain amount of things, right? You don't order a steak from McDonald's, right? You have to go to a different place. So a self-directed IRA kind of opens up the menu, even more options to what you can invest into. So this is what I'm explaining to Uncle Joe here, right? So Uncle Joe, we're going to roll over the money into self-directed IRA so that we can invest in things like real estate, private LLCs. Now, we're not going to just invest in real estate directly. What we're going to do is we're going to actually go set up draw that self-directed IRA again. We're going to actually set up an LLC that the self-directed IRA owns. And let's say the self-directed IRA is going to own 50% of this LLC. Then I will also control 50% of the LLC, because I'm gonna be the one that brings the deal. I'm gonna manage it. I'm gonna facilitate the deal. I'm gonna put together the team, the contractors, property managers, right, the whole 9 yards into the deal. So Uncle Joe's self-directed IRA owns 50%, and here's Joe. Okay, he controls the self-directed IRA. Uncle Joe's self-directed IRA owns the LLC. Okay, does that make sense? So from there, obviously the equation is Joe's self-directed IRA brings the money, and I bring knowledge, I'm going to bring time, and I'm also going to bring in the relationships to make this deal successful. By the way, all business, real estate deals, investments require those 4 ingredients. You need money, you need knowledge, you need time, relationship. Without all 4 ingredients, no money is made. You have to add value to money to make the money more valuable. So this LLC then is going to do a deal and put the $15,000 of down payment, okay, that we need to do this real estate deal. Boom. And let's just hypothetically say, I know this is based off of a real example, but I'm keeping things in hypothetical so that we're protecting, Uncle Joe's real identity. So let's just say, from doing this deal, we are able to generate $400 of cash flow. And what's up happening is that because we're 50-50 partners, Joe's IRA is going to get $200 a month of cash flow, and I will also get $200 a month in cash flow. So guess what I just did? I successfully used Uncle Joe's self-directed IRA, created an LLC to fund it with the money I needed to do the down payment. I was able to then create cash flow and successful profitable deal where I get a piece of that action without having to put any of my own money in. Now add that to, if you add owner financing to this, now we don't have to use credit and all that, which we have a separate videos for. But you can see, guys, that with this concept, money's not an issue. Now, what is obviously what you'll need to learn how to do is find people like Uncle Joe and attract them, the script, which we all cover that in our real estate coaching program. But this video's purpose is to show you what's possible out there so that you don't feel like you're stuck. You don't feel like money is the challenge or the object of your obstacle. We really want to free you with some aha moments and some new thoughts and epiphanies to help you in the right direction. So with that being said, we have other free materials, content, so you can check it out, some resources down below in the video description. Yes, I know I mentioned we have a real estate coaching program. If you guys are interested, great. If not, keep on learning here for free. So that being said, if you think this is valuable, guys, be sure to subscribe and follow our Facebook profile. We also have a Facebook group that you guys can go check out. We can hang out and have conversations. So with that being said, check out some of our other videos and content, and we'll see you in the next video.